Hi, welcome to What's in a Game?
A component series where we'll be doing a deep dive into the various subsets of board game components.
Because components really matter.
And we'll tell you why.
And what it is we prefer in our components as gamers.
This series is sponsored by HeroTime, the first Western-owned board game manufacturer in China.
Boxes are important.
And not just to the cats who sit in them. What really excites me about boxes is the artwork. It's the most important part. It's what draws me in. It's what's going to make me interested in looking at a game. And it's what I like to display in my game room on my shelves. It's like my entire game room is a work of art. Spot UV is an embellishment that we really appreciate in our games. It looks absolutely gorgeous and it even feels nice to the touch. If we're really lucky, we might just get a box with art on the inside too.
I love notches. They're great. They're fantastic, but you really shouldn't eat them while you're playing games because the cheese can be a little greasy and it gets on your game components. And sorry, what? Oh, notches. Oh, gotcha. Sorry. Notches in game boxes are great things because with smaller boxes, it allows me to grab the bottom and pull that lid off with no problem, even if it's a nice snug fit as most lids are. And in a larger box like this one, again, I can pull that lid off without any problems. It also allows airflow, which is kind of what suctions the lid on. And now that I've got the lid off, I can reach in and grab the components without having to stick my fingers down inside and kind of bow out those sides artificially. And it just lets me grab everything that I want. So despite what you may have heard, size does matter. So unless it's a big epic game like Gloomhaven or a bind up of many games such as the Everdell Complete Collection, we're looking for games that are going to fit on our shelves. And many gamers use the Calyx shelves as we do or something similar, and we're looking for something that's going to fit in one of those cubicles. It's one of the first questions that comes up in a Kickstarter campaign if it hasn't already been answered. So obviously a box needs to be big enough to hold all the components of the game, maybe with some extra space if there's expansions planned, but it can't be so big that it has extra space enough that it's feeling wasted. For example, we have here two Gloom themes. They both have the exact same amount of cards in them. However, this one is much more packed than the other one. If I open up the Munchkin Gloom, you can see that those cards have been separated and there's all this extra wasted space that doesn't need to be there.
The durability of boxes isn't something we often think about until they start to break down on us. Say, take for instance the edge of boxes. Now, you see a lot of games that have the rounded edges and they look good. They don't look like the boxes that we grew up with. They're sleek, they're sophisticated, but they're also more prone to breaking. We received this Sons of Ferial with this edge split right from the very beginning, and we do have some other boxes that have started to break down. We have learned that the straight edge, 90-degree edges, is actually going to be a box that will last longer, that is more durable, and more likely to be something that we can pass down to our children as like our board games are our legacy to them.
So a large part that contributes to the durability of the boxes is the thickness of the material that's being used. Obviously a smaller box doesn't have as many large weight components inside it. It can get away with using a thinner cardboard. But as the box size increases and the weight of the components inside increase, it needs thicker cardboard to remain durable. For example, here we have Gloomhaven and the Everdell Complete Collection. Both of them are wonderful games with a lot of components inside, but the Gloomhaven box is substantially thinner than the Everdell box, and we have seen the Gloomhaven box. It came to us with splits in the side and breaks and a warped top, and the Everdell Complete Collection has been sitting on our shelf and is still nice and smooth and flat and is not subject to those same kinds of problems because of that thicker cardboard. As well, thinner cardboard is more susceptible to warping and bowing over time.
We talked with Hirsch at HeroTime about a lot of the different aspects that increase or decrease the durability of games. And it was all very interesting. One that he talked about was oil varnish versus lamination on our covers of our boxes. This, for instance, is a Doomlings box. Now, this is a lovely little game, great card game, but this is our Kickstarter box. It was very expensive and it was very nice, very flashy. Now, the issue though is it was created with an oil varnish, and just by sitting for a few months on our shelf, it's been rubbing off. So an oil varnish can rub off, it can also fade over time. So these are considerations in our games that are important to us. We want our artwork to last. Now, we're really curious about what your thoughts are. So let us know as far as with the box, whether it's its construction, its art, its embellishments, what things are important to you. Share with us in the comments below because we'd love to hear your insight and opinions on what you like. Mm-hmm. Well, thank you so much for watching with us today. We are going to have more videos in this series come up, and we hope you enjoy it.
Yeah, thank you very much. Check out some of our other videos in the meantime while you're waiting for the next episode. And in the meantime...
Again, in the meantime? Lots of mean times.
I don't know what I'm saying. Where are we going back to?
And in the meantime, happy gaming, folks.